Yo, what is good, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Friday, happy Friday. B. Avery here on this great Friday. So, it's been a while. Sorry about that, guys, but I'm pretty sure y'all have heard the news. Spider-Man is back in the MCU. Man, this came out of nowhere, and I wasn't expecting this. This is just great news on a Friday. Tom Holland, Spider-Man, is back in the MCU, and I just can't wait to see what they're going to do next. Now, as we all know, we kind of had an idea that this was going to happen. For the most part, I was confident. I'm still over here hoping that Apple buys Sony Pictures or whatever so they can get all that content for their streaming service, you know what I'm saying? And so those rights would have automatically went back to Marvel Disney anyway. But this is like just super dope, you know. I was so pissed off like everybody was at first. But of course, you know, I was just like, this just don't make sense. I mean, they're going to, make a deal. It really didn't make sense to me either. While Marvel Disney would have came to Sony anyway talking about, hey, we want 50% now because, correct me if I'm wrong, Tom Holland only had one more film on his contract, so he could have just did one more with Sony. And then Marvel and Disney could have came back and been like, okay, now we want 50% or whatever. Tom Holland had all the power in his hands. He could have been like, hey, my contract is up, so Sony, if you want me to re-up, if you want me to negotiate, the only way I will do it is if it's part of the MCU, if I can be in the MCU as well, and Marvel have control, yada yada, etc. etc. Sony could have been like, no, we don't want to do that. So Tom Holland could have been like, okay, fine. Then Sony would have had to find another character or actor for Spider-Man or whatever. And they would have had nothing to do with the MCU. They could have made all the horrible films that they wanted and it wouldn't bother the MCU. But all of that is like a mute point now because we have this going on right now. We got the next Spider-Man coming out, was it July 16th, 2021? So, of course, that's 2 years from now. Sony needed to be doing that anyway, because they need to have at least a Spider-Man film in production every 2 years or the rights revert back. So this is just like super dope news right here. So in 2021, we're going to have February, we're going to have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And then in May, we're going to have Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And then 2 months later, we're going to have Spider-Man. And then later on that year, I think it's Thor: Love and Thunder. So on top of all the Disney Plus shows and all that good stuff. So I'm super duper excited about this. I just want to see Spider-Man swinging from New York. I want to see J.K. Simmons playing J. Jonah Jameson. Kind of like, okay, we've all seen Spider-Man Far From Home. Y'all know the post-credit scene, the mid-credit scene, and the very end where Spider-Man was swinging from buildings. I want to see a whole bunch of that. It was not that much web slinging in Homecoming, and then there was a lot of web slinging, but it was over in Europe and Far From Home. So just give us the basics, man. Just give us the basics. So sorry, it's been about 2 weeks since y'all seen a video from me. I have seen Rambo. I have seen Ad Astra. And I will be posting those reviews soon. And there are going to be a lot of updates to the channel and the website coming soon, but I don't want to give any that much more details yet. But anyway, down in the comments below, let me know what you think about this news. If you're happy that, Spider-Man Tom Holland is back in MCU, let me know. If you don't give a crap, let me know everything, guys. But that is just my opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you like the video, go ahead and give me that thumbs up. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can get all this goodness, this opinion over here. And guys, I just want to thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Just My Opinion. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery. And that's just my opinion. Peace.